Kim Woo Bin and Shin Min-ah confirmed marriage after 11 years of relationship. Have you ever dared to believe that a love story born in the fleeting world of advertisements could withstand the harshest storms of life, emerging not just intact, but destined for vows that echo through an entire industry? Imagine this: Kim Woo Bin, the towering actor whose raw intensity once defined a generation of brooding heroes, and Shin Min-ah, the timeless beauty whose grace has illuminated screens for decades, finally sealing their 11-year journey with a marriage that feels like the grand finale of a legendary K-drama. After years of quiet devotion, heartfelt trials, and unwavering support, their union has been confirmed in the most poetic way, on a snowy December evening that turned Seoul into a scene straight from a winter fairy tale. But we are not here to spread rumors. We are here to slow everything down, to rewind the timeline, to examine what was said, what was never said, and what might have been hidden in plain sight all along. And trust me, you may think you know this story already. But wait. Here's where it gets crazy. Hold on tight, the world of your favorite celebrities is unfolding before your eyes, and every moment is more breathtaking than the last. So make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications right now, because trust me, you do not want to miss what's coming next. Let us drift back to the origins, to a time when two rising stars, unaware of the profound path ahead, first shared the frame in a simple fashion campaign. It was early 2015, on the set of a Giordano commercial, where Shin Min-ah, already a beloved icon from classics like My Girlfriend is a Gumiho and Oh My Venus, met Kim Woo Bin, the model-turned-actor who had captivated audiences in The Heirs and Uncontrollably Fond. Their chemistry was immediate, subtle yet profound, the kind that lingers in stolen glances and effortless laughter amid the chaos of lights and cameras. Rumors flickered softly at first, but by July 2015, their agencies confirmed what fans had sensed: they were dating. In an industry where relationships often flicker and fade under public scrutiny, this one felt different, steady, private, rooted in genuine admiration. Shin Min-ah, 5 years his senior, brought a quiet strength. Kim Woo Bin offered a youthful passion tempered by depth. Fans celebrated, dubbing them the ultimate power couple, but ask yourself this: in a world obsessed with fleeting romances, could a love this low-key truly endure the tests that lay ahead? As the years unfolded, their bond grew in the shadows, away from red carpets and joint appearances. They supported each other's careers silently, coffee trucks sent to sets with affectionate messages, subtle nods and interviews praising one another's talent. Shin Min-ah shone in hits like Hometown Cha-Cha-Cha and Our Blues, where she even shared the screen with Kim Woo Bin in a poignant reunion that mirrored their real-life harmony. He, meanwhile, conquered roles in Black Knight and Beyond, his charisma undimmed. But here's where it gets poignant. In 2017, darkness descended when Kim Woo Bin was diagnosed with nasopharyngeal cancer, forcing a hiatus that shook his world and tested their foundation. Treatment was grueling: chemotherapy, radiation, uncertainty. Yet Shin Min-ah stood resolute by his side, pausing her own schedule to care for him, drawing strength from quiet moments and even seeking solace in spiritual guidance. Reports later revealed her profound devotion, carrying heavy rice offerings on her head to temples, praying fervently for his recovery despite not being deeply religious herself. Kim Woo Bin emerged victorious in 2019, declaring himself cancer-free, but the ordeal forged their love into something unbreakable. Could any scripted drama rival this real-life resilience? Fans wondered, hearts swelling with admiration for a couple who chose privacy over publicity, strength over spectacle. Slow the frame now, and linger on the decade that followed, a tapestry of shared growth, charitable hearts, and unspoken promises. Both known as giving angels, they donated millions quietly, Shin Min-ah amassing billions over years for burn victims and the vulnerable, Kim Woo Bin channeling funds to pediatric cancer patients and disaster relief. Together, they embodied compassion, often aligning their efforts without fanfare. Public sightings were rare, a temple visit here, a supportive premiere there, but each glimpse reinforced their solidity. In 2022's Our Blues, their on-screen pairing felt like a gift, their chemistry enriched by real history. As 2025 dawned, whispers of marriage grew louder, fueled by their maturity and the natural progression of a love that had weathered everything. But wait. Here's where it gets crazy. On November 20th, 2025, their agency, AM Entertainment, dropped the bombshell. Based on the deep trust built over their long relationship, Shin Min-ah and Kim Woo Bin have promised to become lifelong partners. The wedding? A private affair on December 20th in Seoul, surrounded only by family and closest friends. Kim Woo Bin himself penned a heartfelt letter to fans, writing, "I am getting married. With the one who has been by my side for so long, I will build a family and walk together." The internet erupted, joy, tears, endless congratulations for a couple who had inspired hope and enduring love. As December approached, anticipation built like a crescendo in a symphony. Rumors swirled of a venue at the elegant Shilla Hotel, of handmade invitations reflecting their artistic souls. Speculation about guests, close friends like Lee Kwang-soo, perhaps industry peers who had witnessed their journey, added layers of intrigue. Pregnancy whispers emerged briefly but were swiftly quelled, reminding us how fame amplifies every detail. Yet the couple remained serene, focusing on what mattered, their commitment. And then, on December 20th, 2025, as snow gently fell over Seoul, the city's first of the season, as if heaven itself approved, the ceremony unfolded in intimate splendor. At 7 p.m. in the Dynasty Hall, vows were exchanged under the guidance of Venerable Pomnian Sunim, who had supported them through Kim's illness. Lee Kwang-soo, Kim Woo-bin's lifelong friend, hosted with warmth and humor. A congratulatory song by Kar, The Garden filled the air with melody. Guests included cherished faces, BTS's V, Nam Joo-hyuk, Kim Tae-ri, and more, a testament to the respect they command. But pause and reflect, why keep it so private in an era of lavish celebrity weddings? Perhaps because their love had always thrived in quiet authenticity, away from the glare. The revelations continued to unfold in the days that followed, each more touching than the last. On their wedding day, the couple donated 300 million won to charities aiding patients and marginalized communities, a gesture that turned personal joy into collective good, earning them endless praise as the ultimate giving couple. Agency-released photos captured ethereal moments, Shin Min-ah in a simple yet radiant white gown, Kim Woo-bin in a classic black suit, gazing at each other amid swirling snowflakes during their pre-wedding shoot. Her timeless beauty, his adoring eyes, images that broke the internet, evoking tears and awe worldwide. One frame, in particular, showed them turning toward the camera, happiness radiating like sunlight through winter clouds. Fans dissected every detail, the handmade elements, the subtle nods to their shared history. But here's where it gets truly profound. In his officiant's words, Pomnian Sunim highlighted Shin Min-ah's selfless acts during the cancer battle, painting a portrait of devotion that transcended words. Ask yourself, how many loves could claim such depth, such sacrifice turned into celebration? As we savor these moments, slowing the narrative to absorb the emotion, questions arise that keep us captivated. What does this union mean in an industry where relationships often crumble under pressure? Could their story inspire a new wave of belief and lasting commitment, proving that true partnership blooms in adversity? Think of the trials, the illness, the hiatus, the relentless spotlight, and contrast with the triumph, a snowy wedding, charitable hearts, friends gathered in joy. In the aftermath, as 2025 closes on this high note, both continue their paths, Shin Min-ah preparing for future projects, Kim Woo-bin thriving in variety and drama. Yet now, they walk as husband and wife, their bond official, eternal. We could linger forever in this chapter, rewinding through the commercials, the quiet supports, the triumphant return, the heartfelt letter, the snowy vows. Their story feels cinematic because it is raw, resilient, redemptive. In K-entertainment, where fairy tales are scripted daily, Kim Woo-bin and Shin Min-ah's real one stands apart. No drama for drama's sake, just profound, quiet love culminating in vows. And so, as we draw this exploration to a tender close, not an ending, but a beautiful beginning, we return to that initial wonder. After 11 years of a relationship that inspired millions, Kim Woo-bin and Shin Min-ah's confirmed marriage feels like destiny fulfilled. But wait one final time. Here's where it gets profoundly crazy. What if this is merely the prologue to an even greater legacy, a family, continued philanthropy, roles that reflect their matured hearts? The snow has settled, the vows echo on, and their future shines bright. So tell me, after journeying this deep into their tale, do you see their love as the ultimate proof that some bonds are simply meant to endure? The credits may roll on this chapter, but their story, dear viewer, promises to unfold beautifully for years to come. Have you ever reflected on how the most profound love stories in K-entertainment often unfold not in grand gestures, but in the quiet endurance of life's fiercest battles, culminating in a moment of pure, undeniable commitment? As we stand here on this final day of 2025, with snow still lingering in memories of a recent winter ceremony, the confirmation of Kim Woo-bin and Shin Min-ah's marriage after 11 years feels like the closing of one beautiful era and the dawn of another, a testament to resilience that has touched hearts across the globe. But we are not here to rush through the joy. We are here to slow everything down. To rewind the timeline once more. To examine the echoes of their vows, the details that emerged in the days that followed, and what this union might mean for the future of celebrity love stories. And trust me, you may think the fairy tale ended with those snowy photographs. But wait. Here's where it gets crazy. Let us linger in the afterglow of that magical December 20th evening at the Shilla Hotel in Seoul, where the air was crisp with the season's first snowfall, as if nature itself conspired to frame their promises in ethereal white. The private ceremony, held in the elegant Dynasty Hall at precisely 7 in the evening, was a sanctuary of intimacy amid the bustling world outside, only family, closest friends, and a select circle of industry peers allowed to witness the exchange of vows. Venerable Pomnian Sunim, the Buddhist monk who had guided Kim Woo-bin through his darkest hours during his cancer battle, officiated with words that resonated deeply, speaking of loyalty transcended beyond religion, of Shin Min-ah's quiet sacrifices, like carrying heavy rice offerings to temples in prayer for his recovery, and how their bond had transformed pain into profound gratitude. Actor Lee Kwang-soo, Kim's steadfast friend who stood by him through illness and recovery, hosted with his signature warmth and humor, lightening the solemnity with laughter that echoed through the hall. And then, the congratulatory performance, singer Kar, The Garden, delivering a soul-stirring rendition of Romantic Sunday, the iconic OST from Shin Min-ah's beloved drama, Hometown Cha-Cha-Cha, a nod so personal it brought tears to many eyes. But ask yourself this, in a ceremony stripped of extravagance, what made every detail feel so cinematic, so destined?